Today, I would like to thank all of you, the media fraternity, for coming today to our program. This is a press conference called by us between Toka MPCS and Zetta Farms. We have some certain announcements which we would like to share with you. Our sir, Mr. Rituraj, he will be briefing you all on today's conference. Thank you.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for having us here. Let me introduce you to Zetta Farms, what we do. Zetta Farms is a company which is trying to revive the whole agriculture ecosystem for the better good, for creating food security, for creating sustainability, for creating carbon positivity, regenerative agriculture and all. Okay, how we treat ourselves as different from a traditional farming ecosystem is that we always want to have the work done at the root level. Okay, we don't try to develop the supply chain, or you can say the tech and all. We make use of these things, but we don't try to develop it, because other counterparts or the other entities in the same industry are doing that very well. Okay, nobody was focusing on the root level of the farming part of it. Now, as of date, Zetta Farms is like working over approximately 10,000 acres of land area in 14 plus states of India, and we are catering to more than 1200 farmer families as of date, and it is being increasing day by day. Through Zetta Farms, we have taken up some initiatives like the Zetta Rozgar Yojana, wherein we are giving employment, or you can say employment system, to one person over every 2 acres of land area. The perks and the benefits of this kind of engagement would be that he will be getting a monthly secured income along with the benefits of PF, insurance, child education benefits, and the most prominent and the important thing of this Rozgar Yojana was the pension scheme, which only after government we are proud to say that we are the only startup in this ecosystem which is creating a pension fund for the farmers. Now coming on to Nagaland, we have been so lucky and grateful enough that we have been provided like good land opportunities and the agriculture project opportunities here in Nagaland. And to be true, considering what we say in Vastu mein bolte hain na, Northeast is like the lucky place in a architectural ecosystem or a place there. So Northeast becoming a lucky thing for us also, and we are getting good projects over here. And starting from the rubber nursery project which we are doing with Toka Society with Kashi. We have been introduced to him through HML for a rubber factory project, but the things have evolved so much that we are also now engaging and talking over multiple different projects like the feed development or the feed production for the piggery and poultry there. We have been talking over growing or you can say supply chain of pineapples by after growing them. We are also talking over like creating processing industry setups for the leguminous crops and all. We are also looking forward to have certain kind of perennial crop system in a diversified capacity. Now the burning question is why the traditional farmer is not able to grow if we are able to do it. Okay, so the only difference was we think that each of the farmer are very skilled and they are working in a freelancer capacity, right? Everybody is a freelancer, and the real problem with any freelancer is getting work. So we as a corporate entity, we are creating a management layer and we are providing the opportunity in a corporate environment, in a SOP system, to all these freelancers, so that all the freelancers have a common vision for the betterment of the whole corporate or the entity there. Okay, that's how we are making a difference. We are engaging the best tech available in the market, best infrastructure available in the market in the format of IoT sensors and the data analytics part and all. We give them the knowledge about that, what kind of inputs and materials are to be given, when it is to be done. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा कि दो पड़ोस वाले फार्मर भी डिफरेंट प्रैक्टिसेस यूज़ करते हैं फॉर ग्रोइंग द सेम क्रॉप, राइट? एक बोलता है कि मुझे मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने सिखाया था, आई हैव लर्नड इट फ्रॉम माई grandparents and all. The other will say that I have learnt it from the Center of Excellence on the KVK farms. Even for the growing of the same crop, they are using different practices. We want to have a standard system in place. That's what we are doing, and we are really grateful enough to have this kind of opportunities in Nagaland. We have been also offered approximately 5,000 acres of land area in Chivinu district. With him, we are having a good big project of 25 lakhs plants creation of rubber nursery. And what we have seen in talking in terms of numbers, Nagaland has approximately 65,000 hectares of agricultural land area, out of which only approx 600 hectares of land area is being utilized for the agriculture purposes, or you can say optimal agriculture purpose. So you can see the opportunity which is available to us, and considering the agrarian state and we believe the next 10 years or the next decade would be of agriculture only. People will not stop eating food. Okay, so we want to really bank upon this opportunity and take this ahead because it has really good potential. Yeah, so this is from my side.
For the financial base, how much are you planning to invest?
So it is like we are like aggregators of investments. Okay, so we will be creating multiple DPRs. So on an average, you can think of it like this. So for an 1,000 acres of project, approximately 10 CR investment is required at a base level for just growing leguminous, or you can say cyclical crops like the grains, legumes or something like that. It can increase up to approximately 2.5 lakh rupees an acre. Why I am giving this number? It is for the horticulture crops. Like if I am trying to grow a strawberry project, or if, let's say a pineapple or a banana project, it would require a huge capital because of the infrastructure, like the drip irrigation and the infrastructure setups there. This is how it will.
So basically it's case to cases. Yeah, but there's no, the idea is that we are looking at a potential area of about 6,000 acres.
Yeah.
So it depends from case to case. Like some people may be wanting to do this. Agriculture is a wide subject, right? It can be strawberry, it can be banana, it can be just growing paddy also, to growing black sesame seed. So different aspiration. So that there's no such fixed number for that, right. But the potential is that much. I think you.
So on the range perspective, it's like 20,000 rupees an hectare to 2.5 lakh rupees an acre. Okay, so that's the range that investment can go up to, and the total size of the investment potential with time it can increase only. So yeah. I believe the remaining ecosystem or the land area which is available in Nagaland as of date has a potential to generate more than 1,000 crores of money over just 10,000 acres of land area in a span of like next 20 years.
So like, are you only targeting plain areas, the foothills?
No. So we are always like looking after diversification. We will not always only target over the plain areas, because in agriculture different kind of agroclimatic zones are required for the diversification and for the security. So in a way you can say the whole of the agri ecosystem of the whole Nagaland state, or let's say India, will not be in a negative side in a single day. Okay, there will be sometimes heavy rainfall in one area, the other area will be giving like good production. Okay, in the same way Nagaland state is also there. It is having like 4 different agroclimatic zones. One zone will be giving one production. We will also be doing the crop diversification. It will not be we will not be focusing on a single crop. As of date also we are doing more than 70 plus crops all across India.
Okay, when did you start your company?
Yeah, so we have been in the business. I've been in the business of agriculture from the past 6 years, and in a formal organized capacity, we were registered in 2020.
Zetta.
Yeah.
So as far as rubber plantation is concerned, are you organizing any training program for the farmers?
Yeah. So
how to grow, how to plant it.
Correct. So this is in under process. So we are like. The first process is the creation of the nursery projects. Then the distribution is there. Already a rubber setup is being done there in the Voka district, right? Right. So there the rubber plantation is already there. We want to bank upon that. That's why we are coming up with a project along with HML for creation of that factory. Okay, wherein we will be training these farmers to do the right tapping, collection of latex, how to store it well, and when to and the logistics part as well. Okay, so everything has to be submitted to the factory so that the final production can come out of it. You will be trained. Yeah, we will be doing that. Yeah, definitely. It has to be done.
Do you also assist in the marketing?
Yeah, definitely.
HML is the biggest company for marketing in rubber. It is that is the core supplier
right.
of rubber in the country.
So they come from the same group as C8 tires and all, right?
Yeah.
So they have good opportunity.
So basically, Atma, for example, Atma is a communication of all the rubber tire manufacturers. I think the largest, you must be knowing that MRF is the most valuable stock in the entire country, which is I think around 1,50,000 rupees,
right.
which is the most valuable stock in the country. So they are part of this engagement. So every zone has been divided according to that. So we got HML and C8 tire in Nagaland. Assam, they've got MRF, like that. No, so every company has taken over a certain area where to give transparency to the buyers, no, so that there's a open market for everybody. Because right now it's a very disorganized market. So marketing is not an issue. The company I think that's what we're saying. The press conference that is followed is HML which is the largest marketing company, had done this press conference last time, I think, in Akasha with you all. So this is a follow-up to that, this thing, in rubber.
Generally, I mean, I don't know how it's maintained in this part of the world. The private sector is looked upon with suspicion.
Correct.
Yeah.
How would you deal with this?
So that's the important question, and you have correctly said. The case where the private sector is looked with suspicion is because most of the private sector companies come and have a project in terms of with a tagline of contract farming. Okay, so the most basic principle of contract farming is if the produce is there, we will be purchasing the produce. Correct? Okay, but in our case, it is a different. We follow a different route. We say even if the produce is not there, even if because of certain weather anomalies or unfavorable weather condition, even if the produce is not there, the farmer or the person has already done his hard work over this. He has already given his time over that part. So we will be giving and we will be compensating for that time in a monthly capacity. That's why that employment engagement kind of thing. So we treat it because it is easier to understand in a word of employment. Baki, it is like it is a monthly income source plus again over and above that a profit share in the format of which can be compared to in a corporate structure as a variable pay, right? So we will also be distributing the profit share to these farmers. Okay, so that's how we are different. And also no corporate company till date has created a pension fund for them. So we always, and also the words also play a very important role. We treat our farmers as Krishi warriors and Krishi veers, right? People like to call them as laborers. We want to eradicate that word. Laborer word comes with a sense of exploitation. Okay, so we want to have a collaboration approach, not an exploitation approach. That's where the difference, all the difference comes in.
I believe you must have studied, have you identified any particular area to invest?
In rubber or in particularly in agriculture?
Are you only concentrated in rubber as of now?
No. So we are open, we are crop agnostic.
Okay, let me come back to rubber. So before you reach, Kati was telling us about how Nagaland has made use of only a small fraction of around 82 lakh rubber trees. So I believe you must have studied it.
Right.
So what is the reason for this?
So that's why the trees are there, the factory is not there. Right.
And you also consider the cost of extracting or tapping.
Right. We have considered all the things. We have created a project report over this. We have already analyzed all the things, and the market is also approaching us. That's why HML, his team of the people who own these rubber plantations and all, and our operational practices will play a hand-in-hand role to have this project in a successful capacity.
Because, we were just discussing. He comes from a village where rubber is quite popular. So he was telling plantation owners are not able to pay the labor charge.
That's exactly what we want to say. That see, it is not organized. That's what we are trying to say. It's not organized because payouts in Nagaland is very bad. It takes 15 to 20 days for a payout, or even more than that. Okay, sometimes normally in rubber, because it's a regular daily day crop, no. So the payout is about 15 days plus or minus in business terms, 15 to 20 days. Now the problem with Nagaland is that since there is no end buyer, there is no marketing, right? So what happens? Your stock is held for a very long time. By the time you have some problems with fungal infections, these things that happens. So by the time you're selling in the stock, your stock is also degraded. So that process time. So if you set up a factory there, that process time is cut down. So I mean, for the farmer, it will be easier that they come to the factory and just deliver the goods, and then go back to his daily tapping and then give it. So that system is not organized. Plus the marketing aspect, like we said, this tie-up that we are doing is because HML is involved. Okay, and HML, I don't know, I think you should take a background check on HML because that is the largest and the oldest rubber plantation factory in India. They were there since the British time. They are still here, and they are the ones who are the buyers of the rubber products in all part of the country.
They process it.
They process it, right? They buy the rubber sheets and all. Yeah. There's one more aspect to it in the operational capacity when you come from the farming. When we talk in the terms of farming system, so a normal traditional farmer, if he is not using the optimized operationals, okay, so he will be able to tap only approximately 1.8 kgs of rubber or the latex there from a single tree. But with organized and a systematic approach, like the daily tapping, how much rubber has to be collected, and the tapping days and all, okay, so if we consider all the things there, in this system there, so we can have as much as like 2.7 kgs of rubber latex from a single tree in a year. So increasing this capacity will also increase the chances of his income. Okay.
So how much rubber farmer can if he plants rubber trees in an acre of land, and after how many years?
So the rubber tapping will start only after 7 years. So it's a capex cost for the 7 years, first 7 years.
7 years, how much you learn?
So
in 1 acre.
1
Sir,
acre, 3,000. See,
The entire process.
see, the thing is, you have to check rubber economic viability. 10 hectares is a viable project. Anything less than that, that is labor intensive. We have to understand the difference because this is a plantation crop, no? So to achieve economic viability, you need to have at least 10 hectares. That is like minimum.
That's what I'm saying. On an average.
Average is in a day. In a day, it's about 1,650 rupees. As of now, as today, what I know of Nagaland.
Farmer will get.
Yeah, in a day.
But
Average.
see, we are limited by area, Nagaland.
Yeah.
You must remember this.
Mm.
Most farmers would have not more than say 5 acres.
Yeah, we understand that.
that's where the aggregation role
How
comes
do you
in.
balance this? I mean,
Yeah.
how do you
Correct. That, so again coming to that thing, as I was saying, everybody was a freelancer. Everybody is having small chunks of lands with them. That's where the aggregation play comes in. We create the economies of scale by creating the right practices, giving them the right SOPs, giving them the right tools and machinery so that the maximum output of the rubber can be coming out of it, and he doesn't have to face the single load of the cash burning over himself. Okay, it can be distributed among all the farmers through us only. Basically, like we will be taking care of the project, we will be taking care of the investment part of it, or you can say the operational investment part of it, not the production part of it, because he has already planted the rubber trees. Okay, we can take care of the operations things.
organizing the small holdings into one collective?
Yeah,
Correct. The logistics will also come into play. We can collect, we can like put up good tankers and all, the latex can be collected, the collection centers can be built up. This is the problem with the normal traditional farming. If he is a 5 acre farmer, he is only sending the latex directly to the factory. It will be very difficult for him, and it will be like a costly affair for him.
Because he has to hire his own truck, he has to hire his own thing. So the efficiency is not there.
So that's why you
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
Right.
Cost efficiency is very important, na? Because like you said, 1 acre holding to that is impossible because it doesn't make sense. But if it's a collective scheme, say, let's say one truck comes in the morning and there are 10 of them on the queue, so the cost is saved for everybody. So all those cost efficiency, we are not organized. Basically, Nagaland, we are not organized. We can say that. So if you can organize them together, then it will be good. Yeah. You can ask other Q&A on other crops also if you like. Not only on rubber.
This is concerned. Zetta farms are the Toka Multipurpose
Yeah.
society collaborate with.
Oi.
I want you to answer in Nagamis.
Okay.
Farmers can do rubber farmers can. Demand more benefit
Oi.
Secondly, apni one is 82 lakhs rubber already grown.
Oi.
Which districts the highest as it?
Oi.
Sir, itu collaboration the farmers can.
Oi.
Kini benefit more Nagamis to do.
Acha, ite koa nishna ami khan laga itu farmers kan kinia benefit ho gale ite farmers kan dangor mati nai kunba 2 hectares dali kena ase minimum 2 hectares digena ase to 2 hectares dali kunba to 5 hectares ase to itu ami khan suppose company te bigri korle jamde sab nijo khushi jaigena kori ase to ekta to organized sector te ekta company la umbrella ta issue gole to sab itu company la gare hebo tarba uthai gena saman kan uthai digena kwadam de sab manu la paisa lo bolo bachi jabo ina korle to efficient ho jabo na aro koanishna technology na janile bi kam kori gena sadam de to tai laga to bishi paise tala committee ke liye paise gole to basically ami khan management to thik nai itu karne itu khan ami khan busti manan ke kuri gena ami hikai na jai jabo because case to case type sab manu ekbar to onboarding koro na pare ba aste korna ami khan uthai gena ni bolai
Sir, we coalition organize korina company ba gari khan uthai gena collect korbo.
hoy
So the farmers to company ekta nominal ekta
fees
price to kan korbo to. So that the farmers can have disadvantage lo
na itu te disadvantages ulabole nai gari la bhara to tai ini bi dia ase ami khan bi gari la bhara to komti kuri dise itu to advantages to bishi ase takan gani na aro koanishna itu to hole to direct company pra ase to means kun to tire banai itu company ai bola ase na তো এইটোতো হ'লেতো একো দিগদাৰটো হ'বলৈ নালাগে আৰু এইটো তাতে তাৰো ক'বলৈ মন যায় তো কোনোবাতো গাছ ঢালিব এইটো গাছটো ঢালিছে টেপিং বি নকৰে এনেই জিন্দা আছে বুলি বি এনেকুৱা ৰাখি নাযায় আলচি লাগে মানুহবিলাক কেঁচাও নিগে না আলচি লাগিছে তো এনেকুৱা নিচিনা তাখন হেণ্ডেল কৰিবলৈ নাপাৰিলেতো আমি এনে মেনেজমেণ্টকে দিলে একটা ৰেভিনিউ চ'ৰ্চ তাহানকে দিব এনেকুৱা কৰি না আমি খান প্ৰায় টেক অভাৰ কৰি মহান অপাৰেশ্যনটো চব আমি খান টেক কেয়াৰ কৰিব পাৰোঁ এইটো দুটা অপশ্যন দিয়া যায় না কোনোবাতো টাইম বি নাই আমি লেবাৰ নাপায় এইটো নাপায় এইটো কাৰণে না তো আমি খান নিচিনা লওঁতে অহাটো হ'লেতো লেবাৰ নাপায় আমি খানতো ইয়াতে মানুহ খানতো কাম বিচাৰি আছোতো না নাগালেণ্ডেতো মানুহ ইমান বেছি কাম বিচাৰি আছে এনেকুৱা মানুহ আনকি আমি ট্ৰেইনিং দি কিনে তাতে কৰাৰ নিচিনা আমি কৰিবলৈ পাৰিব চ' দেট ইজ দি প্লে দেট উই ৱান্টেড টু এইটো বেচিকলি আমি এখান পৰা মেনেজ কৰি দি আছে হেল্প কৰি দি আছে না আমি এনে বস্তু মানুহ আনকি হয়
itu wala do district wise jabuna meeting point to ekta district te mati kina kuribole apna
নাই এইটো চি আমি খানতো macro level te sai ase na at the macro level na we're not looking at the micro level to ami khan la team to we are present in almost every district when we do this every district te to thakibo to every district te tahan nijo laga management thakibo to there will be a official team there will be lot of jobs created and tahan he means tahan pai nijo la district la play te thakibo na to Kwanishna ite muhanla potentiality ase Waka Dimapur and Mohokchung district. Mohokchung also has a huge potential. To itu khan to le to I mean our manu khan to very enterprising ase na like we do lot of plantations so we sabse jaldi alchi lagawi takani ase na to inika nishna we want to help and lotha manu khan to they are very sincere like whatever it is they are very sincerely doing na only thing is for them also the problem is they are not getting regular market na and the market that is there which is buying at a regular is also like very small traders like they don't have the capacity to take up some few crores in a day na pare jai do so that is when takan hai tahan eto kinibole parala capacity thaga kane sita na to enika nishna
will you also help in increasing yield training
definitely
yeah.
You
will have to involve with at the grassroots level
yes definitely this is a grassroots project.
So in a simple way, if I would like to make you understand is, we are creating a product. So it's like a production capacity. All of us are talking about a product which is coming out of. So see, it is land. Land can give you any product, be it rubber, be it dal, be it pineapple, be it banana, be it bamboo. Anything can be grown out of that land. So land is a production center. Okay. If we create a corporate system over that land, any crop or any product can be grown out of it. Now people know that something can be grown out of it. We are just trying to organize that part. Okay, out of which multiple products are coming out of it. We are talking about one product which is rubber. We need to teach people that how to make optimal utilization of land in terms of regenerative capacity without degrading the soil, also creating carbon positivity in the state, also increasing the GDP of the state, or also reducing the migration from the state. That people should stick to agriculture. You must have seen like second generation farmers don't want to do farming. We want to create something of the glamorous part in agriculture there. People will say that I want to become IT software engineer, or maybe like I can work as a salesman in some different company. We want that you should be proud enough to call yourself as farmer. Like you must have seen children are like facing difficulty in school when they are asked what your father does, and he's like in a very dilemmatic situation that he's like very afraid to say that my father is a farmer. We want to create the sense of pride in them. You should be saying it very proudly that you are a farmer's son, and I'm happy to do that. It should be made glamorous. Okay, so this is what our objective is. Products, be it rubber or anything, are a byproduct of it. I can say it like this. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is the ground level production capacity in a corporate way, in an organized way, has to be created. That is the first thing which has to be set at any place, not only in Nagaland. It should be done everywhere.
Just wanted to echo her question also. Harrison's Malayalam had come that time. They did not mention how much investment will take place also, and Zetta farms as well. So how much are we looking at both together, including Toka and PCS?
Okay.
So
if we talk about only from the rubber perspective, the rubber factory and the whole project there would be approximately like 30 CR or so, I think.
That is investment. The turnover will be around 800 crores.
Okay, so approximately 30 CR investment.
Is the investment there?
And
Only the
turnover of
investment, only the
800.
investment.
Only the investment.
Yeah,
The
that is
turnover-
excluding plantation owners.
Ha.
So you're talking effectively of like say around 150 to 160 CR.
Okay. And another question, what kind of techniques will you be using to actually tap into this kind of?
That's a
So again saying, good part about farming is it is not rocket science. People always try to deduce and introduce a creation of technology and automations. We don't want to focus on the extreme automation kind of thing because we have ample people available in India who are really looking for increasing their income and looking for job opportunities. The technology, or you can say the infrastructure development in this ecosystem would only be made out for the tracking and monitoring purposes, okay, which will enhance the analytics at our end and also giving them you can say a notification kind of thing, a verbal notification kind of thing, that you should be improving this and this. Let's say we are having 1,000 farmers, a pool of 1,000 farmers, we can trace them out and we can say that these 200 people are not working effectively or efficiently, like the KPI, KRA systems are there in companies, right? Somebody is having some targets and all, so we can show them that you are performing less, you are performing high, you should be creating like this. We will be having training programs for that, so that their systems and the things can be improved there. So the technology is just for analytics and all. It is not required at the root level, okay, because the soil will do its work, the tree will do its work to generate the latex. The farmer is not doing that. Farmer has to collect it. That's how we do it.
So besides rubber, what other agri products are you targeting?
So we are targeting to produce leguminous crops like arar, rajma, chole, cardamom, banana, bamboo, and rice, and these are the crops mainly, right? Tea is there, right? Tea.
We've also been exploring the idea of doing agarwood. In Mokokchung district, there's a lot of agarwood. So that is one that we have already in discussion with them. It's on the pipeline.
Right.
And what about compensatory funds for the landowners?
The landowners are farmers.
Farmers, but also again, if a private
Yeah.
entity comes.
Here it's
Yeah.
the owners are the farmers.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. So the compensatory is already told that the monthly income will always be given to them.
In
That is the
terms of
best compensation.
When a company comes to maybe develop the farm, build a factory, for instance,
Yeah.
there will be many other aspects involved as well.
Correct.
Right? I think there's some funds that the ministry have also said that any private company that comes, they have to get a particular fund in terms of afforestry works or any development activities in someone's land, a farmer's land.
No. So let me make it clear. As of date, we are talking about the investment part of it. We have not considered the government funds or anything here.
This is not a government fund. This is a purely private
It's a
investment.
purely.
No. The individual can apply for that fund whether it's private or government entity that comes into their land.
Yeah.
Means,
So will you be compensating those individuals? I think it's called
Definitely,
Alpha
yeah. We will definitely. Yeah.
so
That is-
whatever the norms are there, we will be following that.
Yeah, and depends from case to cases. No, some people have different opinion. Like two people are not the same, right? So let's say my opinion might be different, his opinion may be different. No? So it's something like that. But the thing is, well, they have to be compensated. It can't be like we're just taking over the land. That can't be the case, right? Yeah. So that is,
in
it's
all this,
understood.
Where
Yeah.
does Toka Multipurpose fit in?
Yeah.
You serve as the local content.
So execution of the SOPs at the ground level. Toka is having a good network of people as farmers. So people means the farmers here who grow different kind of crops, and as we are talking about rubber, so they are in connection with, like, they have a good pool of like more than 9,000 farmers associated with them. Right.
So, this question is for Kati. Besides rubber, any other potential products you have identified?
So basically, what I have been telling them is one is coffee. Now, coffee is supposed to be very good in Nagaland, but the potentiality has not been explored as yet. Now, people are, I mean, of course, it's in a very nascent state because now only government is also encouraging the people to do it and things like that. But coffee is one potential. Then tea, which is a traditional market for us. So tea is one of them. They have already taken up a big farm in Assam.
It's more than 1,000 acres.
1,000 acres they've taken up in Assam already. I don't know the name of the tea company, but
So the district is Udalgiri district in Assam. We have taken over Chandna tea estate.
Upper Assam. Lower Assam. Lower
That's,
Assam. Udalguri is towards that Bongaigaon side, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So only coffee and tea, no
Coffee,
tomato,
tea.
cucumber.
Yeah, we have
No,
exposed.
so right. So coming on to horticulture crops, when we talk in terms of portfolio,
Yeah.
so the perishable commodities has to be less because we want to secure the income. It has to be a good diversified mix. You
Yeah.
can't put all your funds, like when we talk in terms of mutual funds, if anybody is doing like that share market things and all, so if you talk in terms of mutual fund, we'll put less of our money in the volatile things. Okay, rice, paddy, turmeric, ginger, or any kind of these kind of cash crops has less volatility of market prices, and cucumbers or perishable commodities will have like high volatility. So in terms of agriculture, when we talk about, there are two things which nobody can control in this world is weather and market prices. Nobody can control them. So we being simple people, we also don't want to control it. Okay, we want to diversify it. The risk can be diversified. Risk can only be hedged through diversification. आप multiple चीजें उगा लो, risk diversify हो जाएगा.
In simple terms, are you going to help the farmers with money to grow the
Obviously, that's what I am saying
what they're
again and
gonna
again. The monthly income will be
They're
given,
gonna give
pension
money
fund
to
will
the
be
farmers.
created, children education fund will be created. Otherwise, why the farmer will be doing? Why his son will be doing farming?
Will you give this pension scheme also? to
Yeah,
the
obviously.
farmers?
Yeah, we are creating for them. Yeah.
It will be like first of its kind, like a farmer getting salary, just immediately. A farmer with salary and all this.
Farmer can never think of getting a
Yeah.
monthly fixed
Not only
income.
salary, there is health insurance also, and then the pension scheme.
Pension, child education
And
benefit.
as of now, if you look into the government, people who have joined after 2005, they are no more getting pension
Correct.
schemes. So it's one of its kind.
So that means keep away from perishable.
No. We will be doing that. Only for a certain capacity. So as of date, out of this 10,000 acres of land area, we have only 5% of our portfolio in perishables.
I think for others, I don't know. If you give a write-up on your activities, what you are going to do, it will be better for us.
Sure, we can do that. You can check our website also. That will not be a problem.
Specifically it's for Nagaland.
Okay. So we can give that.
Yeah, you can do that.
That will be better.
Uh-huh.
Just don't follow everything you say.
Sure. That will be.
Are we done for the press?
Any other questions?
Any other questions if you have any?
Are you facing any problems in carrying out your activities there?
So see, every business has problems. That's why it is called as business, right? So we are taking up that problems and creating business out of it.
Which you do not face in other states.
No, it is not like it. We have been lucky enough to get the right associations and the partnerships, okay? Because a single person or a single entity cannot do anything. We have a good vision, a bigger vision to create this Desh ka culture as agriculture. Nobody was focusing on that. Everybody was running away from it. Everybody was thinking of creating some other industry, developing some other industry. हम चाहते हैं हम तो देश का कल्चर एग्रीकल्चर बनाएंगे. We have this vision and everybody is working towards it. Money also is a byproduct of this vision. So in a way, what we are trying to do there is, we are trying to create a multiple crop structure wherein all the farmers will be aggregated and involved so that they can get a monthly secured income. Let's take a typical example. 1,000 farmers are there having 5,000 acres of land area. If they are growing different crops, one farmer will not compensate his losses from other farmers' profit. We are trying to aggregate it, we are trying to join it, we are trying to make them join hands with each other through our corporate layer or through our management layer. This is how we want to do it. At some portion of these 5,000 acres, let's say over 500 acres, turmeric will be grown. The next 500 acres, maize will be grown. The third 500 acres, let's say banana will be grown. The fourth 500 acres, let's say another crop will be grown. So let us, if I talk in terms of multiple crops, it will be leguminous crops like tuar, arhar, soybean, moong, chole, or any kind of dals and lentils. Okay. Then there will be another set of crops in terms of aromatic plantations like Palma rosa, Jama rosa, Citronella, Geranium, these kind of crops from which the aromatic oils can be extracted. The third set is like medicinal plants like Ashwagandha, Shatavari, Brahmi, these kind of crops there. The fourth set will be like cereals and grains, rice, wheat, or you can say millets, these kind of crops there. Then we have fruits and vegetables there. Then we have certain different kind of cash crops as well. Okay, so we'll try to create a consortium or a portfolio of such kind of crops, so that the whole profit which is coming out of it can be distributed, certain portion of that profit can be distributed among the farmers to enhance the income. First was security of the income by giving monthly security there, or monthly like the amount of funds which will be giving to them. Over and above that, the profit share will be distributed, which will be enhancing their income. Now coming on to part of it, how much investment will be done there. So typically, on an average, 50,000 rupees per acre investment goes to for developing a project. This is the 50,000 is the average investment. Why I am talking about average? Because for growing paddy, it is 20,000 rupees an acre investment, and which will give you a revenue of approximately 35,000 within 4 months. If I invest 1 lakh rupees for growing turmeric, it will be giving me a revenue of approximately 2 lakh rupees in a period of 9 months. So if we talk in terms of numbers, moreover both the crops is giving like 70 to 80% margins, right? But farmers are not aware of it, aware of the economics. They don't understand economics. That's where the lag comes in. Okay. Plus also the risk of weather, of the fluctuating weather and the market price fluctuations has to be borne upon by the farmer. उसी को सारा risk bear करना पड़ता है. कुछ भी खराब होगा, बाढ़ आ जाए, सूखा पड़ जाए, anything, and everything has to be borne by the farmer. That's where our role comes in. हम क्या करते हैं, जितना भी risk है उसको diversify करके we distribute it among all the land areas, and through our own funds, like suppose even if one of the crop is getting destroyed in Nagaland for a particular set of farmers, I can compensate that money from the soybean grown in Rajasthan or the coffee grown in Karnataka, okay, because all the crops will not get destroyed in a single day. That's our own model is. Considering this, we have a portfolio of 70 plus crops across India, out of which the good part is Nagaland, through its weather topography and land topography, all the crops can be grown here. You say cocoa, coffee, or you can say banana, pineapple, papaya, you name it. Okay, any crop can be grown in one of the other agroclimatic zones. There are micro agroclimatic zones and macro agroclimatic zones. There are hilly areas, plain areas, tropical areas wherein like kahin pe rainfall is more, kahin pe rainfall is less. You have high altitude, like the temperature profile is also very good in Nagaland. Okay, so that gives us an advantage for optimizing the agriculture here. Okay, as I've already said, it is under optimized as of date, and we want to really use upon the potential there, and we want to give opportunities to people who can work with us at every level. Along with it, after doing agriculture, the second stage comes for the processing and ancillary activities, out of which we can create processing setups, first level processing. Suppose we are growing groundnuts, we can have a processing setup for it, we can take out all oil from it. We are growing lemongrass, we can take essential oils out of it. We are growing rubber, we can get latex and the rubber sheets out of it. This is how the processing setups are there. We can also set up agro-tourism. Nagaland has huge potential for agro-tourism, which is also untapped as of date, and we want to focus on agro-tourism part of it. All these activities will enhance the income of the farmer. That's our motive. Okay, it is. That's why I was saying that it should always be treated as an agriculture, not a single crop thing. Okay, single crop thing will not benefit us and all the farmers. It cannot happen. This is what I wanted to add.
Boy, Nagam is simple rock koi dibo. Takan do paisa dali bole aise. Abni han kheti gan kura ki te diktar pai thaka do takan pra modot kuru bole. Ami han la busti mando han etu market kan na pae. Kini bole manu na pae nole bi manu pa jukai itu sab tu takan to openly amen ke help kuru bole mon jala khota ko ase to asol to itu ye main asol na to kheti de kurile bi manan sab kheti kurile bi itu thik tak na jana bra thik tak kuru bole na pare kheti suppose दूसरा जगह दे दे एक पेटी 10 क्विंटल ला से अलि भी amen la जगह दे 2 क्विंटल एकला ला से माटी तो इकी ना एनिका दे आइगे ना तखन मदद करूले ला खता को आरो पैसा भी तखन डाली दिबो आइना कोना सब ग्रुप ऑर्गेनाइज करिना इतु पार्टिकुलर क्रॉप ते ऑर्गेनाइज करना थे तखन तो येते बहिबले আছে आरो फैक्ट्री खान भी खोलबले আছে येते तो বিশাল লম্বা খিলারে খান আছে এটা কবলে পারবো ঠিক আছে না
ঠিক
and
just for example in Longkom area in winters tomato production is very high. But since our farmers doesn't know how to transport it or they don't have the market, we see 20 to 30% of it is getting damaged, wastage. So in order to control that, also they're coming into the picture.
Correct.
Even I would say free, they're inside the kiwi foods. The production is very high again, but they don't have the market. So again, Zetta is coming into that. So those kind of things is there. Because like we have good farmers. Farmers are very good, but here we don't have a market. We don't know where to sell.
Correct.
So, for example, now the tomato part, I would say Longkong part, one of my cousins was cultivating it. So for him, he took a truck for hire of 15,000 to transport it from Mokchung to Johar and then sell it. See the cost incurred. So in that cost also, we are coming into the picture.
Right.
So those kind of mechanism and all those technical things will be there, and then that's how the farmer will be totally benefited.
अपने यहाँ generation ना night देखन तो already 5,000 acres ज़मीनी तो लगे ना सदे. That's what I heard from them.
Yeah.
Even I just they have taken 5,000 acres.
Multiple crops.
Multiple
okay.
crops.
So this is like pure. So बहुत simple language में ऐसा है कि you cannot teach farming to a farmer. Okay. But what was lagging? We are putting in the things. Like there was a market lag, there was a warehouse lag, there was a processing setup lag. Okay, so he was talking about tomatoes wastage and all. Okay, so we can put up a drying unit of tomatoes. Nobody is thinking about that. Okay, drying of potatoes, give it a higher shelf life. We can sell it to different markets. It can be exported also. Nobody has that knowledge. Okay, we are trying to put up these insights for the creation of the whole ecosystem. That's where we are covering up the gaps.
Yeah. Ini kurang tu sab Korea American bina. Lebih itu ya sih कि American tu itu अलग-अलग जगह दे मोन दे अलग खोला डाली ऐसे खोला डाली के ना आजकल तखन खोला मन मिठा जो ना जाने निशना ना तो इन्हें का निशना तखन लाई mainly इंडिया ला खोला हमें ना खोला अलग ऐसे तो इन्हें निशना itu explore करे ऐसे तो potentiality तो विषय ऐसे इतने किन्ना करना itu American तो एक ता खेती से डाले itu की पाई itu खुशी ना Maybe if let's say we have to take something into commercial scale to jale to alap alak hobo lage American bina we have to itu bara itu kan sab buji gena American itu la hisab te takhan kun today American na para jaga de ai gena modot kori dibo na ase so it's not like over dramatic itu pura alak hobo lage nothing like that ki ase tate American intervention kori gena help kori na farmers kan ke modot korbo
Give us one example of the state where your program or where your investment are working successfully.
It is already being successfully working in 12 plus states in Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh. One example, Maharashtra. It is like 600 acres of land area, which is being wherein we are growing banana, grapes, sugarcane, geranium, chilies, and onion. Okay, so these 6 crops are being grown. Okay, and the market is set. Open market is also set. The balance is there, and we are selling it. More than 500 farmers are already involved there. They are getting a secured monthly income out of it. Okay. And we have already started creation of the pension fund because this is a recent activity. So everybody is feeling secure now. Okay, I'm like happy doing this thing.
Okay, so the 5,000 acre which you have acquired
Revenue.
Is it one contiguous area?
No, it will not be one contiguous area. We also don't want that to be happening there because it will be hindering with the diversification then. Okay, so we want or in terms of units, the minimum unit should be 100 acres. It is like this. We'll be taking into multiple zones.